Okay, today we'll discuss regarding ILO, International Labour Organization ILO. We are mainly discussing the different conflict and different situation in the industry where industrial relationship is required, or what are the problem occurring in the industrial relationship, what are the good ways to maintain a good relationship. In this context, we'll discuss different recommendation, different suggestions given by ILO. ILO is an international organization, international labor organization. Mostly countries are member of it. So different countries like India or different countries are member of it. And we'll discuss what it has recommended, how different countries are accepted the recommendation and made policy out of it, made act, made rule out of it. We'll discuss some important point today. Let me read this slide. What the slide is in front of you. India is a founder member of International Labour Organization. That means India is there as a member from beginning, which came into existence in 1919. ILO established in 1919, and it has been permanent member of ILO given body since 1922. 1919 ILO startala, then India is a permanent body since 1922. At present, ILO has 187 members. 187 members means 187 countries are part of it. 187. You remember this figure? This could be one objective type question in your exam. 187 members. A unique feature of ILO is its tripartite character. What is tripartite? There are three group involved in it. What are those three? One is employer, that means who are giving jobs, employer providing jobs. One is employee who is working, who is doing the actual work in the organization, and the government. There are three sections involved in this. That means যে কাମ ଦଉଛି, ଯେ କାମ କରାଉଛି ଏବଂ government. ଏ ତିନିଟା group involved ଅଛନ୍ତି. That's why it is called tripartite character. There are three parties involved. India is a member. That means India has representative of employer group, employee group, and the government. So all these three, any discussion and meeting happens. So there are three representation should come to attend the meeting, attend the discussion. At present, ILO has 187 members. A unique feature of ILO is its tripartite character. The membership of ILO ensures the growth of tripartite system in a member countries. At every level of the organization, government are associated with the two other social partners, namely workers and employers. This is what I was telling, the workers who are working and employers who is providing the work. All the three groups are represented on almost all the deliberative organs of ILO and share responsibility in conducting its work. Whatever discussion happened, whatever the recommendation coming from this group, ILO, is coming from these three representatives of all the member country. Every member country has all these representatives. So you remember what is this organization does, how it is functioning, and what is the main characteristics. Main characteristics is tripartite. All the representative means representative from worker group, from employer group, and from government are presented in any discussion, any meeting happening in ILO. So that is the main characteristics of this organization. And how many members? 187 members. We'll discuss what are the recommendations, what are the conditions accepted by the country. In the next, let's see. This is India has ratified 6 out of 8 core fundamentals of ILO Convention. So what is conventions? Any discussion I was talking about tripartite, any discussion. So this this come as a suggestion for the member country. Out of those, so the country has accepted. That means ratified. Ratified means the country has accepted and made law of it. Once you ratify a condition, that means you should be able to show the progress. You should enforce the law in your country and people should obey it. That means you have accepted the suggestion. The convention is all the decision. Out of that, whatever you have accepted, you have implemented in your country, that is ratified. India has ratified 6 out of 8 core fundamental ILO conventions. The main convention given by ILO are 8. Out of 8, 6 are ratified by India. So we'll see what are the 6, what are the 8. In this slide, it is given 6. Now, what are the 6? Post-labor conventions. And this bracket, the number is given, the number of that convention. What are these conventions? Forced labor conventions. Abolition of forced labor convention. Equal remuneration convention. These are the different conventions. Convention number 100. Discrimination, employment, occupation. Convention number 111. Minimum wage convention. Worst form of child labor convention. For example, minimum wage, minimum wage. So up to which age one can work. The ILO has given the convention, so India has ratified and accepted it. It's made a law out of it. So India, we know that below 18, no one is able to work. Or in the school age, in the child, if you give the employment to a child, then you will be illegally convicted because you are giving the opportunity to a child. It is a child labor. So minimum wage convention is convention number 138. India has accepted and ratified that and made a law out of it. Discrimination, abolition of forced labor. Forced labor means ଯେମିତି ଆମର bonded labor. ତମେ ଯଦି ଜଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କାମ କରୁଛ, ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ ପଇସା ବାକି ଅଛି, ତମେ ଯାଇ ତା ଘରେ କାମ, ତମେ ପଇସା ଦେଇପାରିବନି, ସୁଝି ପାରିବନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ତମେ ତା ଘରେ କାମ କରିବ ବର୍ଷେ। ବର୍ଷେ କାମ କଲେ ତମର ଯେଉଁ ପାରିଶ୍ରମିକ ସେ ପଇସା ସୁଝିଯିବ। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଫୋର୍ସ ଲେବର। ସେସବୁ ଜିନିଷ now India has accepted that and made law out of it. Equal remuneration convention. ସବୁ जो आमे salary ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଦରମା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ତାର ଗୋଟେ standard ଅଛି. Different based on the different skills, what salary one skill labor will get, what salary one unskilled labor will get. So we have defined a standard. So that convention came from ILO and India has accepted it. What India did not accept? So we said that India has ratified 6 out of 8. So what are those 8? In the next slide, we have given those 8. These are 8, the 8 core convention. So you can see those 6, what we studied. Out of that 7 and 8, the last 2. Freedom of association and protection right to organized convention. Convention number 87. Right to organize and collective bargaining convention. Convention number 98. These two did not accept. The 8 conventions taken together are more relevant today in the force of global economy and other challenges impinging in the welfare of the livelihood of workers in all regions. So these are the 8 conventions given by ILO. Out of that, 6 accepted by the India government, and those 6 are implemented and made law. The country is implementing that and keeping track of all those. And in a certain frequency, the company is giving report to that. Suppose I was telling minimum wage, or discrimination or equal remuneration. So India has accepted this. India has made a rule of it. So India is supposed to give a report on that. And so what is the labor class doing, or what is the age, how many labor are there below age, and what the country has done, how many labor has given opportunity to work after age, and if someone is working below age, what the country has done for them, how many child labor are sent to school for education to avail their basic rights. So these are their reports, these are their analysis the country has to give to the international organization, ILO. So once you are ratifying means it is your responsibility, it is your country's problem to accept that and make sure you are making progress on that. So 6 out of 8. This slide has given the different component of ILO, how ILO is functioning. International Labour Conference, except for the interruption caused by the Second World War, the International Labour Conference ILC has continued. So when the conference happened in ILO, what are the meeting happened? So everything is given in this slide. Since it is first session in 1919 to meet the with at least once a year the conference assisted by the government body adopt different program, biannual program and budget, adopt international level standard in the form of convention and recommendation, and provides a forum for discussing social, economic and labor related issues. So what the discussion happened in the meeting? So I was telling the tripartite, there are representatives from employer, employee and government. What they bring? They bring different issues related to their society, their economic condition, their country economic condition, and labor related issues. Suppose in a country there are so many child labor, so that came as a discussion and that came as a convention, and some country has ratified. Okay, we have to remove the child labor. No one has to work below certain age. So different country has different rule. Who has accepted, they have given the role. So that is one example of different discussion happening in ILO. Like that, one discussion may have the minimum wage. So there are lot of discrimination, lot of differences in wage. Some organization given some X amount, some organization given the same skill level 2x amount. So ILO has given this a convention how to bring some equalization between the salary between all these people, all the same skill. So country has taken this responsibility and given the equal salary based on their internal law or rules or regulations what they made. Similarly, lot of discussion came into picture in ILO conference. So those points are related to the labor problem, economy problem, and the society. There are different components. There are governance body, International Labor Office, International Labor Standards. So these are the different components of ILO. With that, ILO functioning and working as an international body, suppose governing body. So in that organization, there will be executive body group who are functioning different functions of ILO. This slide is giving the basic idea of different functioning of ILO. Suppose it's written the governing body, the International Labour Office. The International Labour Office provides the secretariat of all conferences and other meetings and is responsible for day-to-day implementation of decision taken by the conference governing body. India have held position to importance in the International Labour Office. In International Labour Office, how India is playing a important role in the International Labour Standard ILO Convention. The principal means of action in the ILO is the setting up the international labor standard in the form of convention and recommendation for special region of India. May not be a position to ratify the convention. India has generally voted in favor of the convention, reserving its position as far as its future ratification is concerned. So India's role in different convention, what India reacted in different convention, how India is acting, what is the reaction of India when ILO has given the different convention that was given in the slide. In our next class, we'll discuss what is the importance of industrial relationship, and that will be the last class of this paper. How we'll discuss how industrial relationship is important and why people are adopting in industrial relationship in their company. And we'll end up this syllabus with that class. Thank you. We'll have your last class day after tomorrow.